Shadowlands, bodies broken, vampire lord, souls taken. Strahd reigns, night eternal, hero's quest, love infernal. Blood moon rises, screams at night, battle fierce, endless night. Sever steel, heart of fire, vanquish doom, death inspire. Crimson sky, haunted cries, echo deep, where hope dies. Blood moon rises, screams ignite, battle fierce, endless night. Silver steel, heart of fire, vanquish doom, death inspire. Blood moon rises, screams ignite, battle fierce, endless night.
And we're back, everyone, with more Curse of Strahd. When we last left our heroes, they found themselves within the midst of the Amber Temple, a place that has been described to them briefly by Agatha as a place of dark magic, as it were. The dangers themselves not totally described to them, as their first foyer into the temple itself led them into the midst of half a dozen vampires. Although they were easily dispatched, curiosity got the better of some of them, and one of the party members interacted, shall we say, with one of the many amber sarcophagi rumored to be within the temple. There was a violent shift of flesh and bone. And that's where we open our scene. Sorin, you've gone through it in this moment. There's a resonant voice inside of your head, explaining to you all of these ancient techniques and various formulas and things of that nature, and they're all kind of rushing through your mind all at once. It's as if an entire font of knowledge is being flooded into you. It actually brings you to your knees for a moment, especially after what your body's just gone through. So what do you do? What do you do, Sorin?
You described that my body was like torn in half and then put back together.
Basically, your body was twisted like,
Okay.
For lack of a better term, it's like you were a Stretch Armstrong that someone had decided to twist around to test the limits of, and then you sprung back like a tautly wound rubber band.
Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess at that point, I kind of just want Soren to scream because, I mean, he's never really experienced anything like that. So, yeah, I guess he'll just kind of, he's down on his knees, clutch his head, and just start screaming. Not like violently, but loud enough to fill the room.
Oh, yes. If you scream, obviously, the sound itself to you feel like you're underwater when you scream. You have that rush of pressure against your ears, and to you it seems like even if you're screaming as loud as you can't hear how loud you're screaming, but everybody else can. And that being said, everyone, you see Sorin on his knees, and he's screaming in pain or terror, or there's an emotion tied to this scream that probably has not been codified by the human psyche.
Araza goes running over to Sorin and starts asking him, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, where's your pain?
And I'll kind of like grasp at my midsection, but realizing that nothing is wrong, just be like right here. Everything hurts. But
Araza would like to do a medicine check on him just to verify, because did she witness him twisting up like that?
Oh yeah. Like you all saw it. As soon as he touched the sarcophagus, there was a moment where I want to say maybe like 3 beats, and then his body just twisted and turned, and it was violent. It was a very violent thing to witness, and now he's whole again. So yeah, make a medicine check. That sounds like a perfectly normal thing to do when someone has been through something like that.
Let's go with a 19.
Okay. You check Sorin over. His body and everything that you've witnessed, you check where he tells you to check. Like he says, he points to his chest, he's touching his chest. Nothing is broken. Outside of maybe the few scratches and whatnot that he might have endured during the fight with the vampires, there is nothing residual from interacting with this sarcophagus.
I look at Sorin and I go, physically, you look just fine. Mentally is a different question. Not my specialty.
I didn't think we were supposed to be able to be cursed anymore.
Oh yeah, that's right. Granny Agatha did bestow us with that with that gift.
Well, whatever I have done to myself is apparently above Granny's gift. I don't think it's wise to touch these sarcophaguses
I think the
at
monks
all.
where I was at called that yoga.
I'm sorry, what is yoga?
Are you sure you're not mistaking that for yogurt?
No, that is usually a dairy product. I just mean weird stretchiness.
And this weird stretchiness happens at your temple?
I mean, people usually do it on purpose, not on accident like that or because of curse. Maybe it's some kind of yogurt curse. Yoga. Sorry, now I'm thinking about yogurt.
I think we just need to get done with what we have to do and leave. I don't want to be here anymore.
I don't think any of us want to be here anymore.
Yeah, I remember Agatha saying that we would know what to do in regards to the package and everything. I was expecting like some sort of like, I don't know, maybe like an altar with like, not like a table, but like some sort of like a shelf or something that we could put it on, but I don't want to go too far in case if we encounter anything else, but we kind of have to.
So what do you guys do? You've been in this room for just a moment or so.
Well, I don't know if we should stay in this room for much longer, especially with Sorin screaming. That might get the attention of whoever else is in this temple. But did anything happen to the sarcophagus after Sorin touched it? Like, did it change color or anything like that?
Nope. Still the same. Still this giant block of amber with a small dark wisp inside of it. And it seems the same with the other ones too.
Can I do a history check on what I would have known of this guy's name that I totally remember?
You mean Tenebris? Who?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you can make a history check. Yes, you may.
Okay. Where's that at? Okay. 17.
17. Tenebris is an archlich who rose to divinity and is notorious through several planes of existence. Almost thought to be the progenitor or the one of the first liches in recorded history or memory. Obviously, they are aligned with all that is evil and forbidden knowledge of many fields of study.
Okay. I am going to. Oh my god, what is wrong with my character? I'm just going to walk away from it. Apparently, there's two me's on the build.
What? Let me see.
Never mind. Never mind. I'm just going to refresh.
No.
my 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 character was walking towards Araza, and I was still right beside the sarcophagus.
That might be a bit of a lag, because that's happened to my token sometimes too.
Yeah, the after image of Sorin, Sorin pre-sarcophagus and Sorin post-sarcophagus.
I'll step out and say, I got a few weapons. Do I want to give, some weapons to Vasilka?
Is there any armor in there that she could use too? I mean, I would just open, like, show her what you got, and then just kind of let her pick.
I don't have any armor. I only got weapons. Didn't really find any armor.
I think I can help with that. With the armor, at least. Joe, if I could, kind of go up to Vasilka and say, please, let me have your hand so you can be better protected. And if she allows me to, I'm going to cast mage armor on her.
Yeah. She trusts you guys, so she comes down the stairs and she holds out her hands.
Okay. And that's 13 plus her dexterity, so it's not a lot, but it's something. So.
Her AC is now 14. That's better than what it was before. Because her body's still like stiff and everything, because she is a flesh golem for the most part. So she doesn't have high dexterity, but she's sturdy. But that'll help her.
I'm just going to list off the weapons they got. +1 quarterstaff, a small crossbow, doesn't have any bolts though, 2 short swords, a +1 mace, a battle axe, a light crossbow with 10 silver bolts, a flail, a morning star, some daggers, and a scimitar that's rusty.
No, Rusty's a suit of armor.
It's true, he is. So Grimm, from just like a brief assessment, like if you're looking to give Vasilka a weapon, you look her over and you realize that probably giving her a ranged weapon of some kind is not a good idea. It is probably a very bad idea, because she's never loaded a weapon like that before, but she's seen you guys like swinging maces and swords and stuff like that. So from what she has picked up from observing you, any of the melee weapons would be the better choice. So it's up to you, whatever you give her. She'll be able to use it. She's not a fighter, so she's not like proficient with them, but she can at least defend herself with them. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I think maybe give her the +1 quarterstaff.
She could use that if you want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds like a good safe option.
And Rusty's like, hey, what about me? I've been fighting with my fists the whole time.
I thought we gave him a sword a long time ago.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, I thought we gave him like a great sword.
Hold on, checking my notes.
I mean, he could have
Yeah,
he
Rusty's
could have lost
unarmed.
it when he got tore apart,
Yeah.
like thematically.
Yeah. We could stay on brand and give him a rusty scimitar.
Deserves much better than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Where is it? You could give him the battle axe.
Yeah, he could take the battle axe.
Yeah, I'll give him the battle axe.
That'll work. Jymbo, you're up at the top of the stairs. Can you make me a perception check, please?
Sure. $14.
Okay, 14. You don't hear anything. Yeah, you don't hear anything.
Okay.
Like for a moment you kind of like perk your ear up and you're pretty sure that something is out there, because obviously Sorin screamed his lungs out, and then you're sure something had to have heard that because it echoed out throughout this entire room and then probably the upper areas of this temple, but not yeah, you don't hear anything coming your way, at least. So
I'm concerned that something might have hurt us, but I don't hear anything. So I mean, we should be on our lookout, though.
I agree.
I'll
We should probably keep moving.
I'll go over by these passageway tunnel things and see if I hear anyone coming, see anyone coming, or anything like that.
okay. Let's see here. The area in which you're observing, Grimm, there are fissures that have split through the solid rock, and they lead further into a different portion of the temple. You can see some of the worked stone of the temple beyond these fissures. The fissures themselves are only about 3 feet wide, so you would have to like squeeze to fit through them, but you could fit through them. So yeah.
Okay. Would all of us be able to fit through, or no?
Ooh, yeah, everyone would be able to fit through, but you'd be fitting through definitely one at a time. And it'd be more like you wouldn't be walking forward, you'd be scooting sideways.
Right.
Like you're spelunking at that point.
I didn't see any movement or hear anything in that area.
Make a perception check for me, please.
Uh, 19, and I use the psychic die.
Okay. So what you see is as you're getting ready to like work your way through, you see that there's a giant amber statue standing on this portion of the of this next room. So there's a giant amber statue. Its back is facing you. But beyond that, you don't see anything.
Okay. I'll relay that to everyone else. It's a tight fit. There's a statue on the side. We could go up the stairs, or we could try push our way through. It's going to be a tight fit, though.
All right, who's going first?
I'm pretty flexible. I'll go first. I mean, I don't practice yogurt though.
Well, maybe Jymbo and I both could go because there's 2 paths.
Yeah, there's 2 paths. I would require you guys to make a an acrobatics check. Because it gets tight in the middle portion. But the DC is not extremely high. So if you're gonna squeeze through, just position yourselves, and I'll have you roll that check.
And
Okay,
you said acrobatics?
Yes.
I'll take this hole. I think this hole was meant for me.
Thank you for the Junji Ito reference.
I got a 13.
I got a 9.
Jymbo, this hole was seemingly made for you until you get partway through and you kind of start to get stuck. I need you to make a second acrobatics check for me. DC is 12. The DC is 12. There you go.
17.
All right, so you managed to get through. It from where you're positioned, Jymbo, you feel like some of the stone fissure, wherever the collapse had happened, or the cave in, or the opening had happened. Some of that stone started to like scrape into your tummy. You take 1 point of slashing damage. Stone's kind of sharp, but you get through okay. I'm gonna move you, Jymbo. You fall. Now, from where you're at, the statue is like right in front of you. But as you make your way further into this room, you see that there are piles of treasure that are heaped against the west and east walls of this room. There's a 10-foot tall statue carved from amber in the likeness of a hawk-headed humanoid that stands before you. And behind the two of you, the way that you just came, there's a crack formed in the wall. But yes, there are at least 6 piles of treasure all about the area. With a door off to the south of this room.
So you think that treasure's trapped? I'm thinking it's either trapped or cursed, or maybe cursed with a trap, or trapped with a curse.
Yeah, it could be. I'm going to head towards the door and just see if I could hear anything, any movement on the other side of the door. I'm not going to touch the door, just kind of listen near it to see if I could hear anyone.
Okay. Make a perception check.
17.
17. You don't hear anything beyond the room. You do not hear anything beyond the room. As you put your ear to the door, it seems as if all sound has been muffled.
Tell Jymbo, I don't hear anything on the other side. It's a little muffled. But how about we start getting everyone else into this room?
Jimbo wants to do an investigation check on the statue. Because so far we've dealt with at least one golem, so he's just concerned that it might be a magical statue. It probably isn't, but this is Jimbo.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
16.
16. You take a look at the statue, and given your intuition and what you've encountered before, it is safe to say that this is likely, the way that it is carved, it is likely a guardian of some sort, and there is something that will trigger its activation.
So I think this is one of those there magic statues, and if we touch that treasure, it's probably, I don't know, gonna yell at us or something.
Or try to kill us.
I mean, most likely that too. Probably yelling first and then killing afterwards.
Yeah, I would probably say don't touch that either.
Or, could you, before we get everyone in here, could you just look around the door to see if there might be I don't know, a switch that'll make the statue murderous?
Yeah.
Like a trap?
Oh, yeah, I'll take a look at the door if there's traps on the door, secret switches or anything like that.
Okay. Are you taking your time with it, or are you wanting to do it quickly?
I'll take my time with it.
Okay. If you're taking time with it, I'm not gonna have you roll. You examine the door, and you find that it is locked, but it is not locked by mundane means. There is a faint magical glow on the door itself. But beyond that, you see no way to open it. At least not from this side.
I don't see any switches or anything that looks like that'll activate the statue.
Nope.
Okay. I'll tell Jymbo there's nothing. No switch, no nothing looking like to activate the statue. Door does look locked by magic, I guess. And so right now I won't be able to unlock it. Maybe one of our magic users could unlock it.
Well, maybe we should go back into the main area and tell everyone what we found.
Yeah.
I am going to take the other hole this time, though, because I don't really think that hole was made for me. I want to try another hole.
Okay. Seeing as though you've both been through these areas before, you don't need to make another acrobatics check. You kind of figured how to maneuver yourselves through there. Anyone else would have to make at least one acrobatics check to squeeze through there. So, so you make your way through. What are the rest of you doing as Jymbo and Grimm check out the that treasury room?
I was just gonna drink a couple health potions.
That's probably a good idea. I don't know how many hit points you had left after the vampire fight.
12.
Okay.
So
So you chug down a couple health potions. Araza, what are you and Warren doing?
I'm keeping an eye on Sorin, just making sure he's going to be able to make it through. Because, that chiropractic thing that happened was pretty scary.
Very true. Very true. Warren, what are you up to?
I'm just kind of staying on alert since, again, Sorin was screaming, if anything was coming, and I'm also just kind of like getting a better layout of the room, like seeing if there's anything that might help us figure out what to do with Agatha's request.
Okay. So make an investigation check for me, Warren. Because you said you're looking for something to help with the request?
I got a 9.
Okay. Seeing is what you've witnessed with Sorin, like his body twisting and getting kind of wrecked in a manner that you're not quite used to seeing. You kind of like wander around the room, right? You notice that when he touched one of the sarcophagi, this is what happened to him. So, let's see. Let me roll a die for you. Evens or odds, Warren?
Oh, the odds are ever in my favor.
Okay, odds. All right. As you're kind of like looking around for a clue, something resonates from over here. Yep. And you see that it's, again, one of the amber sarcophagi with this wisp of, it looks like smoke that was just captured in amber, like the mosquito from Jurassic Park in John Hammond's staff, or his cane. It's like that, trapped in this amber. So what do you do?
Well, I mean, I do remember Agatha mentioning that we would know, like when we would get there, that there would be something that would just kind of like let us know that, hey, this is what we need to do with, was it Beatrice or Constance? I can't remember which.
It's Beatrix. Beatrix is the one that's dead. Constance is the one that's still alive.
Yeah, I just remember Agatha was like, you would know. And is this like kind of like alluding to that? Like, is that the sense that I'm getting?
Yeah, I would say so. It's the closest sense that you're gonna get to something like that, especially being like a non magic oriented character. It's more one of those like gut feelings, like it's like, oh, you'll know it when you see it. This seems like it might be it.
I'm gonna look over at Araza and Rusty and Vasilka, just to kind of like, just to let them know it's like, hey, this is gonna sound strange, but I don't know if any of you remember this, but Agatha did say that, we would know it when we see it. And I think this might be a clue or a way to get this task done. It's just I feel it in my gut. Like, I can't shake it. I know when Sorin touched one, something bad happened, but maybe they're not all like that.
So are you suggesting you want to touch that one? Or are we putting the body on that one?
Let's try having the body touch it. And if that doesn't
Okay.
work, then I will touch it.
I start to make my way over to Warren.
Okay. So I believe that the body is still in the body bag, correct?
I think so. I think it's in Grimm's bag of holding.
Okay.
No, I think you kept it because you didn't want anyone else to have it.
I thought we put it in there so the stinky wouldn't like attract any unwanted attention.
Well, I know that you guys brought it with you. I just don't remember if Warren had it on his person or if you had tossed it in the bag of holding. That was a logistics issue that I don't think we like hashed out. But
Hey Grimm, can I see your big old bag there for a minute?
Sure.
Because in the magic with those types of bags is, you think about what you want to get and then it comes out.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
So you think about it, and the body bag filled with charred hag remains comes up to the surface and into your possession.
All right, old girl, we're gonna try something here, and I'll carry it over to the sarcophagus, and I will finagle it to where like I can get maybe a hand out or an arm out or something, and then I'll have it touch the sarcophagus.
Okay. You reach in, and as you touch the charred remains, you feel some of like the burnt skin beginning to slough off in your hand as you press a limb belonging to this former hag to the sarcophagus, and nothing happens.
Like, I'll wait a couple beats, obviously, and I'll like carefully put her back in the bag, and I'm just gonna look over my shoulder at Araza. Be like, well, time for plan B.
I'm ready with the heals, Warren.
And I'm just gonna take like a deep breath, just like, whew, just to kind of to amp myself up. I'm rolling my sleeves up a bit. Just that's what Warren does when he knows that something big's gonna happen. He's gonna roll his sleeves of his flannel up a bit.
Okay.
Like, all right, here goes nothing.
I'm going back up.
It's like let's take a step back. So what do you do, Warren?
I touch it after I, mentally and you know, physically prepare myself as best I can. I touch it like full on. Like I don't touch it with a finger. I touch it like with my
Full palm, like
full hand.
flat
Yep.
hand. Okay.
Yep, flat hand on there.
I don't know how to describe what a fantasy flatline sounds like. But you put your hand on the sarcophagus and there is this low, sonorous hum. And it echoes out inside your mind. And for the briefest of moments, your heart stops. You don't feel it beating in your ears. In fact, you're pretty sure your blood has run still in your body. You're still conscious. You're aware of everything that's going on. And as you are aware of everything that's going on, you can't even hear the breath in your chest. In fact, with Araza right behind you, you can't even hear her at all. There's a few beats, a few moments where you don't hear anything. And you realize it's because you're floating in space. You're in this inky black void that has basically pulled you from your body. Some ethereal form of you is sent jettisoning into the deepest, darkest portions of the universe. And you don't hear a voice per se, but you come upon this large chunk of dead rock. And when I say dead rock, I mean that in the sense as if the earth had been dried up and all life had been null and void on its surface, that is what you would be looking at. No signs of life, no earthly pulse to it. And as you hover or float or fall, you take notice of the fact that the surface of this planet is calling to you. And much like the weird dreams that you'd had in dealing with the hags, you're drawn to it. And you're brought closer and closer to the surface. And as soon as your boots touch ground, the presence speaks. Give life, take life. And it just echoes. That's all it says. Give life, take life. Give life, take life.
Is it like prompting like an answer from me?
It is giving you the option to say yes or no.
Well, I want to give life. I don't want to take life. I want to give life.
Make an insight check, Warren.
$19.
19. You're getting the feeling that it's not asking you to choose one or the other, that more like they are both hand in hand. To do one enacts the other.
So kind of like an equal exchange,
Yes.
equivalent exchange.
Yes. Full Metal Alchemist all the way. Equivalent exchange, yes.
This is gonna cost me an arm and a leg. Yes.
You say yes?
Yes.
Araza, Jymbo, the two of you are closest to Warren. How strong are the two of you?
I have a strength of a 12.
Let me check. 1 second.
I thought you were gonna say, Araza, I have the strength of a 12-year-old.
I mean, Jymbo does. He has a strength of 12 as well.
Okay. I need the two of you to make strength checks for me.
13.
17.
Okay. Between the two of you, Warren goes silent, and it's almost as if there's this pulse, and it throws him back. It throws the two of you about this far back, and then Warren is like right in your shared grasp. Like, you didn't prepare yourselves to like catch him because you weren't sure what to expect, but the pulse sends him back. Warren, your left hand it is wreathed in black flame.
Do I feel anything?
No, it feels cold. You don't feel heat, it just feels cold. As you had said yes, the presence lingers, and you cast your eyes back to the sarcophagus where the little wisp is, and you see that the wisp has like twisted in its prison. It's very faint from certain angles. Unless you're like right up close to it, you would never notice it, but you had just been subject to it. And you watch as when the wisp turns, the voice resonates in your head once more. Give life, take life.
Am I out of the astral thing, or am I back?
Oh yeah. You're
Okay.
back in the mortal
Okay.
realm.
Okay.
And
How does my left hand look now?
Oh, it is still wreathed in black flame, and actually Araza and Jymbo can see that too.
Yeah, I was.
Your hand's on fire, I think.
It's strangely cold though. Don't touch it.
It's hot and cold at the same time? What?
Can one of you open the bag as much as you can? You don't need to get her out. Just open as much as you can so I can touch her. I think this is how we're gonna have to do this.
Okay. I will attempt to open the bag.
Okay, bag is easily opened, and it stinks. It's, charred hag in there.
Raza's doing her best to try not to take deep breaths. All right, Warren, let's go.
And I kind of like, I'll kneel next to Beatrix.
Okay.
And I as I'm kneeling, like, I glance up at Araza and Jymbo, and I just kind of give them this shared look, like, and I just tell them, like, no matter what happens, just be prepared. And I'll place my left hand over where Beatrix's heart would be.
Okay. There is there's very little in this world or other worlds that would inform you that that something otherworldly is happening. There, especially with Araza. Araza, you are a life cleric, correct?
Yes. Yes, I am.
So Araza would specifically notice this as resurrection magic. And what happens next is you've got your sleeve rolled up, Warren, on both arms. Your left hand, wreathed in black flame, comes into contact with Beatrix's corpse. And the flame in this strange, like, tornado, the flame rips up your left arm, and as it does so, you watch as flesh and muscle are all burnt away, all the way up to your shoulder. Your entire arm is now cast in black flame, but there's a pulse like that of a defibrillator that pushes out of your hand and into the corpse. The body itself, in an instant, is back to her normal form. Her hag form, not her concealed form, but back to her normal form. Your entire sleeve, Warren, is gone. The flesh and muscle on your arm is gone, and all you have is a skeletal arm. It moves the same way that it's always moved. You feel like you still get the same strength within it, and after that happens, the flame disappears.
I think something's wrong with your hand.
It gives new meaning to an arm and a leg.
I mean, if that's
I'd say
the
you're
price that
pretty
had to be paid.
boned.
Grimm, get me the little baggie. That's Beatrix's.
The one with the stone?
Yeah. I will toss the flesh bag with a stone to Warren.
And thematically, I'll catch it in my skeletal left hand.
Mm-hmm. And again, it's just as dexterous as your normal arm.
And I'll shake it.
Beatrix shoots up, and she scrambles, and she looks around real frantically, and upon seeing you, she takes note of who is in the room rather quickly, and she hisses in anger and points an accusatory finger. You're right in front of her, Warren. You did this to me!
And I give her back her bag. Agatha sent us here to bring you back.
And she looks around, realizing that she is not in her home. And the last thing she remembers is being immolated. And she takes a look around and snatches the bag out of your hand, Warren, and reaches in and grabs the purple stone. As soon as she grabs it, you watch as this holographic visage of Agatha appears, and it kind of just hovers, and you see her face, and Beatrix looks up and she's like, oh, and Agatha just smiles. Oh, thank you, dearies. You've done me such a solid. Now, I believe that that you've done what I've asked of you.
And I smile and I wave at her with my newly I don't know if I want to say revamped, but my new
Your
arm.
new arm.
Oh,
Your new and improved arm.
oh, dearie,
Your new lighter arm.
have you not eaten since I last saw you? You're nothing but bones.
Oh, it's the price that I paid to reunite your family.
Oh, unfortunately, there's nothing I can do to bring back that strong, strapping arm you had there. But I do have some information for you for when you get back. You asked me about that wee ghosty. Something about the card readings. I got some information for you that I can share with you once you get back.
Absolutely. A deal's a deal.
Indeed, a deal's a deal. And she looks over at Beatrix, and there's this flash from Agatha's holographic eyes. Beatrix gets like sucked into a vortex and disappears.
Does the hologram go away too?
As it goes away, you watch as the stone begins to fade, and Agatha just winks at all of you and says, "TTFN, ta-ta for now," and the stone and Agatha disappear.
You know that stone had holographic imaging? I thought it was just like
No.
a FaceTime thing.
Yeah, I thought it was a voice only.
Yeah.
Must have gotten an upgrade.
Well, hopefully that upgrade didn't cost an arm and a leg. I'm sorry, Warren.
No,
it only
it's
cost
all
an
good.
arm. He still has his legs. It just cost an arm.
I mean, I can still use it. Like it doesn't hurt. Just I can use it.
Well, you definitely know if you broke your arm.
So Warren,
That is
I don't know too many people who haven't known the sensation of having your arm or your hand fall asleep. Like that,
The tingly.
that constant tingle. That is kind of what you feel for the most part. It's not like it's not like a phantom pain, but there's like a tingle, and you can still feel the pressure of like when you grab something, the right amount of force to grab something, even though you don't have the muscle anymore, the sinew or anything on your arm, but it still functions as a normal arm. Doesn't look like it anymore though.
And that's what I describe. It's like, you know that feeling when like your arm or your leg goes to sleep and it's all tingly? Yeah, it's like that now, but all the time.
Do you want another shirt if you want to cover it up, and gloves? I got some fine clothes and traveler's clothes if you want.
Like, I'm sure I can, like, if you've got like another long sleeve shirt or something and a glove, yeah.
Bet I do with the random sets of clothes that I got.
I mean, between the sets of clothes, there's probably something. There's at least something.
I mean, I don't want anything too fancy. I'm fine with just something plain.
Yeah, just reach in and you plain long sleeve shirt and just pull out like a basic plain work shirt and then a one glove.
So like when I change, like as I'm changing my clothes, so like would the skin just around that be kind of like puckered up? Like is that how it looks with the
So
bone sticking out?
so the flesh where your arm connects to your torso, it
The shoulder joint?
yeah, the shoulder joint. It looks torn, as if something had just like grabbed the flesh and then just pulled it down, like it like degloved the entire arm, just roughly. It's not bleeding, it looks healed over, but the skin looks like rough and raw.
Like that shimmery,
Yeah.
like a scab is just
Yeah.
like, you know, like when you have a cut and it looks all shimmery and it's
Yes.
not going to scab over.
Yes.
Okay.
And I mean, you touch it,
Morbid
it doesn't
question.
hurt, but what was the question, Grimm? I'm sorry.
It's like, can Warren like purposely take the arm off because it's just skeleton bone?
No, it's
Or is
attached.
it like,
Yeah, like if you
Oh,
give
we
your
got-
arm a little tug, like if you give it a little tug, no, it's connected. It's not going to come off unless someone like chops it off, but
Is it?
I was just a little curious. Kind of funny. You could just put your arm somewhere else, see if you could still control it.
like Thing from the Addams Family. Like you have your hand crawl into this room.
I was actually thinking of like Buzz from Toy Story.
I
when his
am
arm falls
Mrs.
off.
Nesbit.
Do you see the hat?
Sorin, you said something? I'm sorry.
I was just curious. Would it be more easier for it to break now that there is no flesh attached to it?
I would say from like a mechanical standpoint, no. From an aesthetic standpoint, you would think so. You would absolutely think so because there's nothing protecting it. There's no meat to prevent an immediate break.
Okay.
But yeah, like aesthetically, it looks like it would be the case, but mechanically, no.
I'm sure, like, if we ever get back either to Valaki or go to another town that has a smithy or something, I'm sure, like, I could have, like, just, like, some armor made just for my left arm.
What if you just took your whole hand and you like put it into some liquid metal? Then you had just like a metal hand.
That too, I guess. I mean, that would hurt. I would probably feel that.
I mean, it's
I
not a
have
good
lot
idea.
of silver. You just need to find a very hot furnace. I got a lot of silver.
I have
You
silverware.
can melt it down. You stick your arm in, and then if we fight werewolves, you just punch them in the face with your silver arm, and you do more damage.
What if we just take the silver and we put it in that yoga coffin over there, and then put your arm in the coffin? And well, you know what? This isn't gonna work.
We'll keep brainstorming it.
You guys can workshop it. You guys can figure that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Warren, you all feel this sensation kind of wash over you all. The moment in which you were told that you were to be curse proof. That was the bargain that Agatha had given you in return for you bringing her daughter back to life. it feels like a freshly picked scab. Everyone feels like there has been a scab that has been picked off of them as that protection goes away. And it dawns on Sorin and Warren specifically that the lingering effects of interacting with these two sarcophagi, she protected you from the worst of it. You know, Sorin's still in one piece. Warren had to lose an arm to do it, but there could have been something much, much worse that had befallen the two of you. And
Warren looks over. Sorry, go ahead, finish.
No, you're good. There's a moment where like you go ahead. You go ahead, Warren. You tell me what you're gonna say, because it's probably what I was gonna say.
Warren just looks over to Sorin and just says, "We both owe a lot to Agatha."
You could have been
I
a
would
full
agree.
skeleton. That
Now
would
I
have been
kind of
cool.
wish I would have just gone around touching everything.
Yeah, I know. We found a room full of treasure. We didn't touch anything because we thought something bad was going to happen. Maybe we should go in there and just start collecting the treasure.
I would do that now.
Sorin, you were saying something?
I was just agreeing with Warren, but how do we get back is the question.
Yeah, that is a good point.
I'm sure the time ran out for us to teleport back, unless anybody wants to just try to that area where we came out real quick.
Does anyone try it?
I'll try
I'll go
it.
try it.
Okay. You step back over onto the stone, and nothing happens.
Well,
that didn't
looks
work.
like we gotta find another way out, guys. So, the
We got-
treasure room that we found, was there another door?
Yeah, it was magically shut and locked. You could try going up the stairs and seeing what that leads to.
So before you are two options. You can go through the fissure where Jymbo and Grimm had explored into this treasure room that they found, or you can go upstairs. Completely up to you.
I think there's only one option because I don't have Dispel Magic prepared. So I can't really help out with that door if it's magically sealed. And I'm also out of
Yeah, you
spell
get-
slots for third.
I guess that means we go up the stairs.
Upstairs it is. Who's going first?
I'll go first because I could stealth ahead.
Yeah, I
And
was just gonna
will.
say.
And I'll also use the psychic whisper and connect to Araza, Sorin, and Warren. And that will last how long? 6 hours.
Okay. So you go up the stairs first, correct, Grimm?
Yeah. Stealthy.
All right, make me a stealth check.
Okay. Oh. I'm invisible. I got 27.
Okay, you are invisible. Well, not physically invisible, but you are
I didn't even roll a natural 20 yet.
All right, Grimm, you make your way upstairs. And as you do, you enter a large library. The stone library has a 20-foot high walls and a 30-foot high vaulted ceiling. Covering the ceiling is a fresco that depicts angels being set ablaze in some form of hell. A black marble railing encloses a gold marble staircase that spirals gently down a 30-foot wide, 30-foot deep shaft to the north, where you've just come up from. Against the gray walls stand 6 10-foot tall black marble bookcases. On their shelves are hundreds of well-preserved tomes. Embroidered rugs, chairs, and lit candelabras fill the southern half of this room.
I'll communicate over the psychic link. It's an open room. There's some chairs, tables, 6 bookshelves that are pristine tomes on them. I don't see anyone in here. I think it's safe for you guys to start making your way up. And I'll head kind of over to the stairs over here. Stealthy to just peer down those stairs to see if I see anyone, hear anyone, or anything like that.
Okay. You approach a stone slab that obscures these stairs. Unfortunately, I can't it didn't allow me to block off the line of sight there, but
okay.
You're not. I apologize. You're not able to see down to those stairs, but there's a stone slab that is blocking those stairs. That is my bad. I apologize.
Okay. I will just gotta say,
Actually, what's your passive perception, Grimm?
17.
17. Actually, you would see that as a secret door. You would see that as a secret door.
Okay. There's a secret door leading somewhere. Do I see any other secret doors?
Actually, yes, you do. Over here. There's another secret door.
And I see another secret door behind the other bookshelves. How about you guys all come up, and then I could start looking into where everything goes. As I head over here and check the bookshelf for any traps, and if I could figure out how to open the secret door.
Okay. Actually, the secret door is right here. I apologize. I clicked the wrong thing. I'm comparing the map from the book to the map I have on the screen here. So. So, do you guys go up the stairs, or do you stay down? Do you stay downstairs?
I'll head up.
I'll follow Warren.
I'll follow everyone else.
As well. Hi.
Okay. Let me get everybody on the bop. And Jymbo, Rusty, Silka, Warren. I think that's everybody. Oh no. No, it's not everybody. Sorin. Up. There we go. Okay, so you're all up in this library. Again, there are tomes and these black marble bookcases, and this room looks to be like pretty lavish, actually, compared to what you've seen. Like downstairs there were just crates and vampire corpses, but now you get to see all of this in, like, I don't want to say splendor, but it's definitely ornate. Grimm, did you mark the secret walls or the secret doors? Like, did you like mark it with chalk or something like that? Like, hey, secret door, so that way other people know where they're at, or did you just kind of just move on from one to the other?
I just moved on one to the other. Because with you saying they're all secret doors, I think I've been in the middle, and I just picked one of them and went to it.
Okay. Which one are you going to focus on? Are you going to focus on the hallway, the one that you're in front of currently, or the one where the stairs are?
I'll go to the one that I'm in front of currently.
Okay. Let's take a look here. All right. You examine the wall for a short period of time, and you realize that there is a small depression in the lower left corner of the wall. You see the way that the stonemasonry is set up, that it's easy to miss because it's one of those partially masoned stones, you know, just to kind of like fill the gap. Like, oh, we measured a little too short on this one, so we're just using this one as filler. You use your index finger and your middle finger to push the stone in, and the wall slides off to the side. Inside, you just see dust and cobwebs inside of this room. But again, you still have a high enough passive perception that there's another door here.
Does it seem, at least to me, that the door that I just opened is going to just like automatically reset, or no?
No, it is not going to. It's not going to reset. It's not on a trigger or
Okay.
anything like that. So it's like you push the stone in and it slides away.
I will move to the next door and do the same thing.
Okay. You check around, and you take notice of the different stones, thinking that it's very similar to this, and let me see. And it opens very much the same way. So you can choose to open it if you want.
Yeah, I'll open it.
Okay. All right. You open it, and it opens into yet another. It looks like a study. Inside this room, it's 15 foot high, and it contains the trappings of royalty. ornate furniture, exquisite rugs, tapestries, and a decorative statuary. Everywhere you look are lit candelabras atop small tables. The beauty of the decor is undone by the thick dust and cobwebs. And standing in the middle of the room is a decrepit skeleton in tattered robes. And its eyes kind of just burn in their sockets as it looks at you and says, "Do I know you?"
In the mental link, I'll be like, I went through 2 trap secret doors. I'm in a room and there's this old withered guy in a study. I may need help. And then I'll say to him, "No, who are you?"
I don't know. Do you know who I am?
How
did you get in here?
I was through a trap door.
A trap door? Are we trapped in here?
No, the door's open. Oh boy. Do I see anything else around that might, like, give me an idea of who this guy is?
You're not sure without, like, pouring through all of the books and studying all of the books, but the old skeletal figure continues to get just a little bit closer. He's like, "Are you sure you don't know who I am? I'm pretty sure that I'm important enough to know. I hope."
I'll just kind of step back halfway through the secret door and go, do you know why you're in this room?
No, I don't know why I'm in. Why are you in this room?
We're trying to find the way out. You were sitting in here.
Yes, I sit very often. Do you sit?
Sometimes.
Would you like to sit? There's a chair here, and he pulls the chair out for you to sit down.
I'm good for right now. How about you go sit in that chair and then we can figure out who you are?
No. I'm going to come with you because you apparently know something that I don't know.
The only thing I know that you don't know is that there are secret doors around here.
Secrets? I like secrets. I know many secrets, I think.
And just keep kind of backing up, and over the psychic link, I'm going to say, this guy is just kind of following me. I'm bringing him towards you, so heads up. And I'll just kind of keep trailing him in.
I just love this Grandpa Skeleton. Grandpa Skeleton, it's time for your medicine.
I remember when penny candy was a penny.
Does he have a crown on?
Yeah, he does. He has a crown on his head.
So are you a king?
Am I a king?
You have a crown.
I could be a king. Kneel before the king, and he points to you. Kneel.
Yeah, I don't kneel to kings.
Well, what else do you do to kings? And he points to someone else. He points to Jymbo. You now kneel before the king.
Okay. So Jymbo just kneels before the king.
Ah, see? That's what you're supposed to do, I think. I've never met
Was
the
he
king.
looking at me?
Is the skeleton looking? No, he's looking at Jymbo now.
Because when he looks at Jymbo, I'm going to head over here and hide. Because I want to be hidden and not have him be able to see me.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check. Now remember, the room is very well lit because of the candelabras in here.
Oh, I think there's a little enclave over there.
Yeah, you can duck into some of those shadows. That'd be okay.
19 with psychic die. Was
Okay.
I successfully hidden?
As far as you know, yes.
Just as with if I am not, I don't expend the psychic die. That's what I was asking.
So Mr. King, we're at this place. Currently, we're in the Amber Temple. And we're not quite sure who you are, and you're not quite sure who you are. So, do you have any memories of? Also, your skeleton. But anyhow, do you have any memories
goodness.
of anything?
Memories. You said the amber. Oh yes, there's those big amber stones. There's many of those. I believe I know of those stones. And then he kind of like drifts off, like he's talking to you, and then he just kind of like drifts off as if he's lost in a thought. Where did that other one go? Oh, he's probably kneeling before the king. Never mind. And he takes another step in. He's like, who are all of you? Do you know who I am? I'd really like to know who I am.
Can I do a knowledge check to see if I know who he is?
You
I mean, I probably don't, but
you can attempt it. I'll allow you to attempt it.
3.
No, you have no idea.
I mean, you're
just
you're
knows
clearly a king.
Yeah, Jymbo just knows that he's a king.
Yeah, apparently. And
Warren
go ahead.
Warren kind of looks over. He kind of like glances over at Sorin, and he's just like, "Hey, you're the one that is more native here. Would you know?"
I am trained in history. Could I do it?
You may. Now I'm telling you that this is a decently high check, but it is possible. It is possible.
It's okay. I have a +7, so it's
Okay.
possible.
Okay.
What? What is that? 12 plus 19.
You don't know. From what you could tell, this guy he's definitely someone who has had some scholarly import at some point in his life, or now his unlife. And with the dark gifts that you had just been given, Sorin, you recognize a lich when you see one. And this one is definitely an unorthodox one. And as you kind of like focus yourself on him to see, it's like, do I know this guy? Does he seem familiar to me? He turns his eyes to you and says, wait, now hold on. You're looking for knowledge and power. All of you. Yes, I know. The memory, I remember that. I've forgotten it.
You mentioned these sarcophaguses.
Yes,
Did you
yes,
not?
yes. I know plenty about them, I think.
Did you touch one at one point?
Even if he doesn't answer you, you get the inkling that he did.
Okay.
You get the inkling that he did.
Is there like any like physical change to Sorin? Like skin?
No.
Anything like that?
No. So the knowledge that you've been given is how to create a phylactery and the potions and the balms and salves. So until you do that, that transformation is not going to like overtake you. So
okay.
Until
Cool.
you enact those, then you won't take on any physical change. But you have all the knowledge to do so. And actually, focusing on this particular lich, all of the jumbled information that you had gotten from touching the sarcophagus now kind of falls in line like a textbook. Like, here's step 1, blah blah blah. Here's step 2, la-di-da, and so on and so on. So all that information is now like reforming in your mind, so it's not a jumbled mess. It's a cookbook. It's a list of instructions.
Wake up, Sorin. It's time to cook.
I'm just imagining a Julia Child's lich.
The joy of lichdom. Oh goody. No, the lich in front of you is like, now I know that I'm sure I've got a great font of knowledge. Maybe.
So what you're saying is that if we find out who you are, you will tell us that? And Sorin kind of has like this, like, I'm kind of tired of this guy look. And we'll proceed to start looking through the bookshelves for information on this guy.
I will start heading over into the study
That he left?
was in.
Okay.
Yeah. Try and kind of also stay out of his eyesight so he doesn't like just see me just walk in.
Okay,
if that's even possible.
He's not really focused on you. And for all you know, he's completely forgotten that you've existed. Like,
perfect.
He has no object permanence. You left the room, so you no longer exist to him. So Sorin, I'm gonna have you make an investigation check for me. And Grimm, as you walk in, you notice that there's another secret door up here.
Okay, I'll search like this room to see if I could see any papers that tell us who he is or what happened.
Okay. So there on this table over here is a bronze covered spell book. Inscribed on the spine is a title that says The Incants of Exathanter. And it looks like a spell book.
What was it?
The Incants of Exathanter. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
All right, 25 for investigation. So Sorin. Let's see. You're able to reach the low bookshelves. The other ones, there are no like rolling ladders to get to the higher books. But
I have Mage Hand.
okay.
If that would help.
Yeah, Mage Hand would help because it seems
Okay.
that is how they would have gotten these books down. So if you use Mage Hand, you start bringing some books down. There appear to be just dozens upon maybe hundreds of just these dusty tomes. And when you open them up, the pages are blank. And it's book after book. Like you see like an elaborate title on the spine of the book, and you open it up and all the pages are blank.
I'll see over the psychic link. See if his name is Extanter. If I'm saying that correct.
Can I kind of like open up one of the books that I have? Hearing that, be like, God Almighty. Can I be like, do what?
No. What were you gonna do? You wanted to open a book and then what?
I was just Grimm said that, and I was just going to try to like play it off and be like, oh, in this book it says your name is, or your name is Extender or whatever it is. I can't say his name.
Okay. It's Exathanter. Exathanter.
Oh, okay.
So, let's see. So you ask him if his name. That sounds familiar. Wait, what? Why do you know that name? That's a silly name.
Can Warren say through the psychic link, like to everybody psychically, do we really want this guy to remember who he is?
I'll answer back. I think I have his spell book. I put it in the bag of holding.
And then I'll be like, well, it said it in this book, and then it disappeared.
It disappeared, say, and he goes over to where you are. He's like, let me see that book.
Okay, I'll give him the book.
Okay, you give him the book, and he looks through it. He's like, there's nothing on these pages. That's a load of malarkey.
I know, right? It disappeared. I have no idea.
I think you're trying to steal from me. You're not trying to steal from me, are you?
Well, seeing as how we've all been in here, my friend, no.
We're just trying to find a way out of here.
Yeah, we're trying to get back home.
We actually got magically teleported into this temple, and we're just trying to find our way out. We're kind of lost.
Magic? You talk about magic. I know magic. And he like, and he just like, you watch as his cloak or his robes start to billow, and his hair starts to billow too, and it's almost he's casting like thaumaturgy, so he's just like elevating his voice and things like, I know magic, and I'm a king. And he's like puffing himself up, and then all of a sudden he just goes back to the way he was. He's like, well then,
my friend, I know very low level casting magic. That was not Very impressive. Not trying to be insulting, but
Well, you know, if I still had a heart, I'd have feelings and they'd be hurt.
well, unfortunately, I mean, from one almost dead person to a dead person, trust me, I wish I had feelings as well.
Psychic link conversation. Should we be insulting this guy where we might be in his house? Should we? Is that smart? Psychic link?
I have no
Well,
idea. I'm going to go through the secret door and see if I can find out any more information.
Okay, so this secret door, there is there's a lock on this one. It is a magical lock. I think you're trying to steal from me. And he backs up a little bit. Says, "Now, you tell me why you're here. Tell me again."
listen, we were teleported here. I'm saying this very, very smartly, as I am now pissed off, kind of, like getting aggravated. I slammed the book shut, assuming that he gave it back to me.
Oh yeah,
and
he
put
did.
it back on-
He did.
and put it back on the shelf. Now, listen. My name is Sorin. I have been here for well over a century, okay? And ever since I have came out of my godforsaken casket that I barely remember getting in there, a lot of shit has been happening. So quite frankly, if you don't believe me, then so be it. But we were teleported here from a teleporter room. We need to find a way out. And if you are not going to help us, then stand aside. That is the truth. That is all there is to it. And I move even closer as I'm saying this. Because quite frankly, I know what you are. And I know how to become what you are. And I don't want to be here anymore. So please, if you are willing to help us, then help. If not, then we will be leaving or trying to find an exit out.
Well, I assure you, if I could remember who I was, I would help. If I could remember anything. I don't know my name. I don't know who you are. Who are you people?
In
I'm
this
going to-
study, can I take anything that looks important or anything that looks useful? I just want to grab it, put it in the bag of holding, and then leave.
For you there, Grimm, again, the only thing that looks to be of any value in this room is the bronze spell book.
Okay. I will head back out over the psychic link. I'll tell I found a secret passage door. It's locked by magic.
Oh no.
And as I see him approach, I'll be like, "Hello."
You're going to put that back.
Is he in the bag of holding?
You're going to put that back.
I'd listen to the king if I were you, Grimm. You don't want to make the king angry.
I will go over the psychic link. Say, does everyone want me to hand back his spell book?
Soren will immediately say no. If that is what you have, no. Because quite frankly, unless he's willing to help us get out of here, then no.
Anyone else?
Is
So-
Jymbo part of the psychic link?
No, it's just Araza, Sorin, and Warren.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So
Psychic
as
link. I was just gonna say psychic link talk before, real quick. It's like if there's a way that you can do your trickery and make him think you put it back.
Give me one check. I might be able to do some magic. What do I have?
So as you're trying to figure all of this out, the Lich does not give you the opportunity. He reaches out to grab you. So he has a plus 12 to hit.
Oh, okay.
That is a total of a 24.
Yeah, that hits.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm not the best at that. 16.
The DC was 18.
Oh,
So he reaches out, and you feel his cold fingers wrap around your neck, and he lifts you partially off the ground. You take 14 points of cold damage, and you're paralyzed for 1 minute as he holds you up. You will give it back. And you're paralyzed, so he's just kind of
I
holding you
can't
there.
do anything.
Everyone else can roll initiative.
Can I speak or anything like that? Being paralyzed or no?
I think you can talk, but I don't think you can do anything else. Let's see.
just
No,
say
you
over
can't.
to
You
the
cannot. You
mental
cannot
link.
move. You cannot move or speak. You cannot move or speak.
Can I communicate over the psychic link?
I believe you can, since it's already been established. You can't. You can't establish a new one, but the
Yeah.
one that's currently established, you can.
I'm just repeating, help, help, help. Do you want me to roll initiative too or no?
Yeah, in case, because you can repeat it at the end of each of your turns to save to not be paralyzed, but otherwise you will be paralyzed. So the Lich goes on a 17. So Grimm, what's your initiative?
10.
10. Okay. Araza,
14.
Jymbo,
13.
Warren.
Also 10.
Okay. I'm gonna say that you go before Grimm because Grimm is paralyzed. So.
Yeah.
And Sorin.
I got a 13 plus 6, and 19.
19. So Sorin, the initiative order is Sorin, then the Lich. Okay. So Sorin, the Lich, then Araza, Jymbo, Warren, and then Grimm. And then I'll roll for Rusty and Basilka. Basilka goes on a 10, but I'm gonna have her go after Warren. Rusty. Okay. Rusty is in single digits. He's on an 8. Alright, so Sorin, the Lich is holding Grimm aloft with a surprising amount of strength. What do you do?
Is speaking an action?
You can speak freely. You can speak freely, unless you're trying
Okay.
to. Unless you're trying to like intimidate or threaten, in which case then it would become an action.
Nope, I'm just going to ask him, what does he have of yours? And I can get it out of the bag.
Let's see. Is he paying attention? I have to see if he's paying attention first. Because this is very important if he's paying attention. You're trying to get his attention, correct, Sorin? Like you want his attention?
Well, I mean, yeah, he has Grimm by the throat.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I need you to make a either a persuasion or an intimidation check to get his attention, because he is not going to deviate away from anything.
Oh God. Do I have to, or can I just attack?
You can just attack. You don't have to.
Okay.
You don't have to.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I don't even know what to do right now. Yeah, screw it. I'll just firebolt him.
Okay.
22.
22 hits. His AC is 17.
Oh dear God. For 12 points of fire damage.
12 points of fire. Okay. Damage taken. Anything else?
I am going to move away. So, can you move like diagonally?
Yeah. Diagonals don't cost extra movement, so it's
okay. Yeah, I'm just going to stay all the way over here. So, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Let's see. He gets legendary actions.
Oh boy.
So he's going to move. He drops Grimm to the floor because he doesn't need to engage him anymore because he's paralyzed. And everybody is within range.
Oh boy.
So he's going to use a legendary action, Disrupt Life. It costs him 3 of his legendary actions, which is all of his actions until they refresh. I need everyone within 20 feet of him, which is everyone, to make a Constitution saving throw.
Even me?
Even you.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
You said con?
Yes.
I got a 19.
Okay.
I got a 15.
Okay.
I also got a 19.
Okay. Warren, what'd you get?
7.
Okay. Everyone who got below an 18, you are taking 6d6 necrotic damage.
Oh joy.
Is that a spell?
It is not a spell, it is a legendary action. He just emits this.
Okay.
Can we
I got
use our
over
inspiration to re-roll?
Yes, you can. If you have an inspiration, you can reroll.
I'm gonna use mine.
Okay.
Well, that's a 7.
Okay. So for those who failed, you take 20 points of necrotic damage. For those who succeeded, you take half that much.
I'm also resistant to necrotic, so I'll take.
You'll take
Half
5
of the
instead
half.
of 10. Yeah, you take half of the half.
Oh boy.
But that is his turn. How is everybody looking right now?
I'm in single digits.
Same.
I have 12.
I have 19,
I have 16.
and I'm paralyzed.
Yes. So the he just kind of focuses on those of you who are over here. That was his legendary action. Now he That is his turn. That is his turn. So, Araza, it is your turn.
Okay. And speaking is a free action, correct?
Yes. Unless you are trying to persuade or convince or deceive. Like if you're just talking to one another, it's like, hey, move behind him or something like that's free action. But like if you're like, hey buddy, calm down, you're gonna need to try to calm him down. And that would be an action.
I mean, like, how angry does he look right now?
Something was taken from him, and he's very angry. Something very important was taken from him.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna try and get his attention and try and persuade him. It's like, exit answer. If I can get what was taken and give it back, will you accept? Roll my persuasion.
Yeah, roll persuasion.
17.
What is his stat? What is his stat?
I stand at 17.
So he got a 16 total.
Oh!
And he shoots a glare over to you and says, I need it. I need it.
So can I can still use my movement, right?
Yes, you can still move.
Okay. I'm going to cautiously make my way over to Grimm, since he's the one with the bag, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And 15. Does he get an attack of opportunity on me?
He will. Because he doesn't know what you're doing. Like you said, if I get what you need, will you know?
Yeah, will he accept it?
Yeah, he accepts, but
like, I don't have my weapon out or anything. But
okay. Do you make it known that you are doing it peacefully? Because I'll roll a percentile here, and we'll see if he's gonna.
I'm walking by him cautiously with both hands up so he can see them.
Okay. High or low?
High.
51.
Oh.
So he just watches you, but he keeps his eyes on you the entire time. So you're gonna have to you're gonna have to take your next turn to kind of rummage through the bag because you're not sure what it is he's looking for.
I think she
Shit.
would because
You
over
did say the
psychic-
spell book. You did say the spell book. That's true.
over the psychic link, so she would know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. She would know. She would know. So, you know what you're looking for, but you're not going to be able to like interact with the item until your next turn. Because you've used your action to persuade him and take his attention, and then you've used your movement. Because you don't have fast hands to interact with an object the way a rogue would.
Gotcha.
But you can do that on your next turn. That being said, Jymbo, it's your turn.
Oh, that's a great question. So right now, Araza is trying to get the book and give it back to the Lich.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna hold my.
Oh, Jymbo wouldn't know about the book.
Yeah, that's true. Well, she said she was gonna get the thing, so I mean, Jymbo would know about that part.
Okay.
But I don't think there's a lot I can do. I could try moving, but that's probably just gonna upset him. Oh, you know what? I have a healing potion.
Yeah, if you've got one, you should probably use it.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds like a really good idea. Let's see. Potion of greater healing.
Okay.
1. So I'm gonna go ahead and drink that. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna drink this right over here. It's fine.
No, you're fine. Go ahead. Just kind of, that's how he is.
Okay, 16.
Ooh.
So drinking a potion is a bonus action. What else do you do? Or is that all that you do?
I mean, again, I don't really want to agitate him.
Mhm.
Hey, would you mind if I step away just a little bit? I'm feeling kind of nauseous.
You're
I don't
not
wanna
you're not
get
in
sick.
you're not in a threatened square by him, so you're okay. So you could just move.
Oh, I know. I'm just asking him permission.
Oh, you're very polite. You're very polite. No, go on. Go. Don't make too much of a mess.
Okay, of course. And I'm going to just kind of walk to the edge of the room. Hopefully, like with outside of his range of his crazy powers. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Jymbo's in the corner.
Okay. Cool.
Nobody
Taking a
puts
dodge
Jimbo in the
action
corner.
in the corner.
What's that, Araza?
I said somebody puts Jimbo in the corner.
Nobody puts Jymbo in the corner. All right, well, Jymbo, if that's your turn, Warren, it's your turn now.
I'm going to use Second Wind to regain some hit points back.
Okay.
Seven is better than nothing because it's 1d10 plus 5. And I'm just going to hold my action as well. Yeah.
You have a healing potion?
No, that's why I'm using my Second Wind.
Okay. So what are you holding your action for? What's going to be the trigger for you to do?
Just if the Lich gets angry again, Because I don't want to try to like assist Araza because he might think something shifty is afoot.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I want to just like try to just like talk to him and like help him calm down a bit, or I don't know if I want to make that worse.
So again, being very kind here, you know that until he's given what he's given, he's not going to calm down, but you can at least take his attention away, kind of like how Araza has done. You would be taking his attention away from what Araza is doing if you try to interact with him in that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna hold my action until like something changes.
Okay. Next up is Grimm. Grimm, you can't really do anything on your turn other than make another save to try to get out of it.
I thought it was Vasilka was next.
Oh yeah, that's right. Vasilka, that's right. Vasilka is lost. She doesn't know what to do. She looks between like Araza and Grimm and Jymbo, and you see her like holding tightly to the quarterstaff that's been given to her, and she kind of takes like a partial step forward, and then kind of just like stays here as if she has to like defend somebody. So she just steps up there. But she's not been given a direction to do anything else, so she will just move there. Now, Grimm, it is your turn. All you can do on your turn is make the save. The DC is a con save, 18.
No,
Okay.
not even close.
You are still paralyzed.
You just hear me on the ground go,
It is Rusty's turn. Rusty is going to like scramble over here. Let's see how far can Rusty move? Okay. So Rusty is actually going to go this way and then run up this way. Just to kind of like get near you, Grimm. And you the rest of you could see like Rusty turn his head. He's just an animated suit of armor. So he doesn't have eyes. You can't like lock eyes with him or anything like that. But you notice that he turns his head to like watch the lich, and the lich is firmly locked on Araza at this point. But Rusty had to use all of his movement to get over to you, Grimm. He's gonna try to like get you out of there if he can. But that brings us back to the top of the round at Sorin. Sorin, it is your turn.
Okay, well, I'm going to do what I do best, and I'm going to cast Misty Step to get over to Araza.
Okay.
Or right beside Araza, and I'm going to say to him, your spell book. That is what you wish to get back.
Yes.
Then your name is... can you say it again?
Exathanter.
Then your name is Exathanter. Then, if you're wanting the spell book, and
that is my name.
And I'm going to pull it out, and if that's okay, like just bam, spell book. Is that cool?
So you pull the spell book out as you're assisting her out, because you just made your movement over with Misty Step.
Yes.
And then kind of like reached, you interact with the bat. Okay, so yeah, you can do that. You pull the book out. I need you to make me a persuasion check, please.
Oh God.
You have advantage because you have the book.
Oh,
and he can see it. And
God.
he can see it.
Well, either way, it's a flat check. So I mean,
better than nothing.
An 18. An 18.
18. All
14
right.
and an 18.
So he he immediately like calms down. You see the red pinpricks of light that were in his skull kind of shift back to this pale ghostly blue, and he takes one step forward with his hand outstretched for the book.
And I'm going to say, as one spellcaster to another, and I'll kind of pull out my own book, you should really keep a hold of this. But is your name Exathanter?
So, several things happen. You've been saying this name.
God.
You've been saying this name rather frequently. Whoever has been looking at the book has been saying Exathanter. Whoever has been speaking his name aloud has been triggering any number of things. You hear from back in this room the heavy sliding of stone against stone. It grinds and shifts, and you hear this room open. You also watch as this door down here opens, and the lich in front of you makes no recollection that is exactly his name, but you continue to mention it to the point where he believes that now this is his name.
And as I'm saying that, I'm going to hand over his spell book, because looking over at Warren, at first I thought it was a bad idea. Now it's probably a good idea. But you should really keep a hold of this on you and not just lying about.
And he takes the book and he kind of like cradles it under his arm the way like a scholar might. And it's like, hey, he's walking to class or something like that. And he pauses for a moment, and as he recognizes you for a moment there, Sorin, he gives a nod and says, I should look after my things a little better. Now, how can I help you? And he sits down in the chair here. He moves the book from the chair and he sits down.
I'm gonna just move like over to here so it's not like super duper cluttered.
Okay.
On like the screen. So I'm gonna just walk around him, and I'm going to mention the sarcophaguses again, because he said that he knew something about the sarcophaguses. What do they do?
They grant gifts, and they give, and they take. And it seems that they've taken a bit from me. Grimm, I need you to make another Constitution save to see if you can break free of that.
Nope.
Okay. So it's safe to say that a minute passes as you guys are kind of just discussing things, and after the minute passes, Grimm, you are no longer paralyzed. The lich, Exathanter, he tells you that there are a great many sarcophagi among the others in the Amber Temple. They've got gifts that are beneficial to some, but the drawbacks are probably far, far worse. Not necessarily worth it. Individuals make epic treks through the cold and the snow to make it here. But you said you were teleported here. Teleported from where?
I'll describe that main teleportation room with the stones and everything. Like how you have to throw a stone in the fire and the flame turns a color.
I've never heard of that. Must be some high-level magics afoot.
How long have you been here?
Longer than you, Mr. Century.
Did you touch the sarcophagus? Or one of them?
Yes, I had to have. In my studies, I must have gotten a little too overzealous and decided to touch one. But now, I think I recall a little bit more. It's all coming back very slowly, but it's coming back.
I have a question. Did you happen to live in a tower by a lake at some point?
Me? No. Goodness, no. I hate scenery.
I'll head over to this chair and go, have you ever heard of a man called Strahd?
That incestuous blowhard. He's such a pathetic young man. Oh. Yes, I've heard of him. He's made his way to this temple several times. Thought he could bring back some girl. What an idiot.
Well, we think that's kind of how we got here. We have reason to believe that the teleportation room that we used is technically his. We just stumbled upon it.
That's one hell of a trip.
Yeah. Strahd is a lot more powerful than the man that you used to know. He is now a vampire, and he is kind of in charge of everything here.
Oh no, I know that. He thinks he's in charge. He puts everyone underneath his little thumb and says, "Oh, looky here, my name is Strahd. Strahd von Zar." He calls himself a count now. I've known him before he was what he is now. He came here seeking all sorts of information. The young blighted fool.
Right now, we are on the look for these tokens or kind of gifts, you could say, to help try to destroy Strahd. We found one. We're looking for 2 more.
Technically
There should be
3
a
more.
Yep, 3 more. My math was wrong. There should be a sword on Sulk Pass. I think that's how you say it.
Salinka.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of where that sword is?
If I did, I mean, it's probably been shuffled around like a deck of cards by this point, but, what do you think is going to happen once you get these things? You think you're just going to wave them around? What do you plan to do once you have them?
Hopefully destroy Strahd so most of us are able to go back home. We are not from here.
Oh no, I can tell. Well, him, and he points to Sorin with a bony thumb. He belongs here. The rest of you don't. Well, maybe her. And him, points to Vasilka and then Rusty.
Yeah. But the rest of us, we are not from here. We somehow got transported here.
Yes, the Vistani
Right.
use their magic to transport you through the mists and into the depths of Barovia. I'd say you're pretty poorly off.
Yeah, we've kind of got that feeling.
Unless you know of something, or you are able to give us some sort of clue or some assistance. I mean, you do know a lot, Your Highness.
This is true, and I'm not a highness. This crown is just for show. It used to be magical, I think. But, in any case, you've returned to me my memory, so I can offer you one thing. I can give you information on this temple, but I have no interest in butting heads with Strahd. To me, he's just a pest, and I don't need pests where I lay my head.
Yeah, it's. I would be irritated if a pest had a way to get into my house. Because that's how, like I said, that's how we got here. So.
Oh, I know, he shows up sometimes.
Oh, and you're okay with that?
Not really. He leaves me alone, I leave him alone. Doesn't mean I still don't like him. He comes
Maybe
and
you could
goes,
give
and
us-
he tries to find new information on something. Ways to bring back his beloved.
Well, I mean, couldn't you put the kibosh on him teleporting into here?
No, he'll just
You-
walk up the mountain and walk through the front door like everybody else does. I like to keep
Maybe
to
if you
myself. I don't like to be bothered. But you've done me a favor, so I'm at least talking to you. And I hope there's no hard feelings about what I had to do there. I wasn't in my right mind, you see.
I mean, to be fair, we are in your house technically, but
I don't
we
own
all
this
do
temple.
things
I
out
just
of.
have a room here.
Well, like I said, we're not familiar with this place, so I mean, if you could help us out, that would be greatly appreciated, and then we'll be on our way through to Salenka Pass.
Well, what I can do, I can give you any information on the sarcophagi here. But beyond that, I'm not getting involved with this Strahd business. And don't start thinking that just because I'm aiding you that I'm working against Strahd. I could give a damn less.
The
Would
doorway.
you be open to?
Go ahead, man.
Would you be open to telling us, because you knew where the sword was at one point, tell us that location? At least it gives us one spot to start looking for it.
What did the witch tell you? Did she tell you that it was in the pass? Let me
Who,
see.
the madam?
Yes.
Yeah, she told us it was
Yeah.
somewhere around Salenka Pass.
Yes, there's a tower. There's a big white tower, and there's going to be 2 golden statues outside of it. It's there. You'll know it when you see it. There's not many towers up along the pass. Dress warm, though. I heard it can chill you to the bone.
Thank you for that information.
Warren, you might want to wear a glove.
I mean, I kind of already am.
I'm just saying for the bone chilling thing.
Sorin, you were going to ask him something.
Yeah, I was going to mention the books. Why are they blank?
Oh, goodness. And he walks over to one of the books on the lower shelf and picks it up. And as he opens the page, as you've said his name numerous times, the pages are now filled with knowledge. Like, there's tons of words on the pages. It was a safeguard.
Is that why the door opened as well?
Yes.
Are there more rooms like that?
There are other secret rooms, but none that have a password like mine. However, and he stands up, and you hear the age in his movements. I can at least help you with the passcodes to those rooms. But I will advise you. And he looks to Grimm sitting across from him. I might not have been in my right mind when I attacked you. But do not mistake my cooperation for kindness. Steal from me again, and I will see that none of your bones leave this temple. Is that understood?
Yes.
Very good. And he closes up his spell book and he just kind of like tucks it into his robe. And he stands up and says, all right, now, you need a way out? Or did you want to linger around for a little bit? I don't mind doing a little bit of exploring since it's going to seem so fresh and so new. It's like I'm looking through new eyes.
Do you know where the second door that opened leads to? Because there a door opened to the stairs, and then I heard another door open.
Oh, the other door? Oh, of course. That leads back to my study. And he walks back through the open passageways, and you see that the door that you had previously seen that was locked is now open. He's like, and
I will follow him.
Don't touch what's in here. That is mine.
Was he pointing to over here?
Yeah. He also points to a box that is made of bone over here.
Could I have followed as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I assume that you learned how to make that by touching the sarcophagus, as I have.
Oh, no, I came here with that, but...
Oh.
I do know what you're referring to.
Hmm.
Although, again, I would advise, do not touch it, for I will just end you.
What is it?
And he looks to Sorin when you ask him that, Grimm, and says, why don't you ask your friend there what that is? It's very important to me, and that's all that you need to know. In fact, me just showing you this, I should kill you. But I made a promise, so let's be gone. Go on. And he starts making like the shoe hands, like, go on, shoe, go on. And he ushers the two of you out of the room.
Good.
Over the psychic link, I'll ask Sorin, what is that thing?
I will tell you once we leave this place.
And you hear like another sliding of stone, and it locks. And then he comes back out here.
Oh,
You said the other doors have passwords.
Yes, each
Um,
door's got a set of passwords. Some of the secret doors, yes.
Are you going to tell us the passwords, or are you going to walk with us to go through the doors?
Well, I could tell you every single password that there is, but you're not going to know what door to use them on. And if you use the wrong password, you're just going to likely be sent up into a ball of flame. But if that's what you want, and he sits down at the table and he's gonna start scribbling away. It's your funeral.
No, I didn't know how this was going to go. I was just making sure.
Well, as I've said, I owe you for getting my memories back. And while I'm not going to tamper with Strahd or get involved with that nonsense, I can at least help you navigate the temple a little easier. Inform you of things. Think of me as a ghostly tour guide.
but I asked him if it's probably not going to work, but if he has like any like if there's any like spell scrolls or spell books around that are not his, or if he's willing to write down and this is for the DM, any 4th level spells for whenever I can cast them, if he's willing to write them down into my spell book, or if he has any that I can copy down.
So he makes a very vague gesture with his finger to all of the bookshelves, and in in a moment he's like, if you need it, if you need to know it, it's in one of those books. So out of game, this library has many spell books, and to read this aloud is a very it's not really a meta thing, but the spell books here collectively hold every wizard spell available in the player's handbook. Collectively.
I think there's just one that I'm looking for.
What's that?
Well, I can't cast it until 5th level, but teleportation circle.
Yeah, it's in there. If it's a spell in the player's handbook, basically, this is a library of so much knowledge. There's arcane knowledge of all kinds here, and he actually doesn't even look, and he waves his hand, and a spectral skeletal hand grabs the book off of the very, very, very top shelf, and it comes down, and he sets it in front of you, Sorin. It's in that one.
After all this is over with and we like destroy Strahd, is it cool if I like come back here?
You want to come back? I don't care. Just stay out of my way and I'll stay out of yours. I like to read in peace. I told you I hate scenery. And he looks around to all of you. He's like, you are the most mobile scenery I've seen in a long time. But you would not be the first, and you would not be the last to come back. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I know you're a practitioner of magic. Do you know if there's any armor here that you'll be willing to let us take for our friend over here. He is a little unarmored as of right now, and we want to make sure she stays safe. As I point to Silka.
Well, I don't tend to venture beyond this library, but I'm sure there's probably something here. Did you check the treasury? And did you? Oh goodness. We'll have to go down, and I'd have to unlock the damn door. No, I promise. You did promise, Exetanter. Yes, I know. I did promise. Anyways, I will assist you in unlocking all of the doors that might obscure your path to victory or wealth or whatever. But just promise me when it's all done, you'll just, leave me alone.
We could agree to that.
Good. Now,
At some point, I think we do need to rest because a lot of us need it.
you're going to rest here? Okay.
I mean, I'm sure spell slots are needing replenished, and HP definitely needs replenished.
Oh, probably. Probably. That sounds about right.
Not probably, definitely.
Just a little bit.
I'm at 4 hit points.
Wait, how many?
4.
Oh. I could help with that. I'll use my lay on hand or healing hands and give you 5 hit points.
I'll save
I
your
think-
5. I can heal myself.
I
Oh,
think
we're going to take a
resting
long
will-
rest. So
Yeah, you guys are
we
going to take
need
a
to
long
rest.
rest.
yeah, so it's like might as well.
All right, well,
I usually
Okay.
keep that.
you rest out here. I'm going to go wait in my study. Don't bother me until, well, I guess until you're all done. And he just walks back into the study. So if you guys are going to take a long rest, feel free to go ahead and take a long rest. I think this is a good time for us to take a break because we are at like almost 3 hours. So if
Oh wow.
yeah, we did a lot. So we're almost at 3 hours. We can keep going a little bit beyond this. That way you guys can explore a little bit more of the temple. But I think we should take a break. That way we can stretch our legs, grab a snack, bathroom break, that kind of thing. So what we'll do, we'll be right back. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute everything and. And we're back. The party has gained the benefit of a long rest. Do you guys take watch when you're on long rest, or did you just trust that everything would be okay?
I only need 4 hours, so I would have just been up, just watching.
Okay. Well, for the sake of things, I'm going to say that your rest goes by uneventfully.
Question for the DM.
Yes.
Those of us that are still at temporary hit points, are we still at temporary? Sorry. That had our hit points reduced, our max hit points reduced. Are we still at that reduced amount?
Let me double check, because I think it's, unless a restoration spell is cast. Let me double check, just to verify.
Okay.
Okay. For this, the reduction lasts until you finish a long rest. So you finish a long rest, so you are back to full. You are back to full.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for the question.
How much? I honestly can't remember now what I need to be back up to.
Let me D&D Beyond collections, campaigns. And Warren.
Oh no, wait, never mind. I'm a dingbat. I just clicked on it and it was 44. Never mind.
Okay, I was gonna say
I'll go back to it.
I thought you had 40 some hit
Yeah,
points.
I'm just like I lost track, so never mind.
Okay. All right, we're good. Any other questions before we hop back in?
No, not for me. But as soon as we all woke up, I would have casted twice fold mage armor on both me and Fazilka.
Okay. That works. And it lasts for 8 hours, so you guys will be set and ready. Vasilka, she's kind of gotten into the habit of taking a hold of your hands now, Sorin, because you've cast the spell on her once. So she takes it as a good sign, because when you touch her hands, then she recognizes that she's being defended or protected. So that's good. Yeah, you guys take your long rest, and every so often while you're resting, you notice that Exithanter makes his way out, makes his way back in. He just kind of paces around because he's dead. What else is he gonna do? So he paces because he's impatient. So are you ready to go, or are you just going to stay here for another century?
I don't
asking
think
me
that
that,
most of us can
or-
last another century. Just saying.
I'm ready to go.
Very good. Which way are we going? You want to go down? You want to go out? Where do you want to go?
You said there was a treasury?
Yes, I'd take you to the treasury if you wish.
Yeah, let's
Please
go
and
there.
thank you.
So he takes you back down below. And let's see, where's he at? Where's my little litchy boy? There he is. Pop. Oh, I'd forgotten about this. Oh, bother. All right. And he kind of cracks his knuckles. And you see his body kind of glow for a second, and then he disappears.
I will go through the tunnel.
Okay. And he makes his way over to the door. And when he does, he looks up at the wall, and he waves his hands and he says, "Davaton!" And you see the magic just kind of crackle and break along the along the frame of the door, and then as it breaks like glass, and then as the magic fades away, it just breaks into little motes of dust. All right, now you can at least leave through this door. Oh, and don't worry about the statue now. Because you don't have the door active anymore, the statue won't attack you.
Thank you. How much of this treasure are we allowed to take?
Oh, it's not mine. I don't give a damn.
That is all I need to know, and I will first look for anything that looks real special, magical, or nice weapons or anything like that. If not, I'll just start shoveling treasure into the bag of holding.
Okay, so just for reference, these are piles of coins and items. There's a lot here. Between all of them, you've got almost like 17,000 loose copper pieces, 12,000 silver pieces, 9,000 silver pieces. You've got a pile of iron ingots that's roughly over a ton, weight-wise. Holy symbols, chalices, there's crowns, there's a life-sized wooden pony. Where's the pony? I know it's in here. There's a life-size wooden pony in here somewhere.
I think right there.
Yep, there it is. That's it. There's a wooden pony. There's some rusted great swords. There's a silver rapier.
I'll definitely take the silver rapier.
Okay. Is
there any armor?
Yeah, there's plenty of armor. A lot of them are rusted though. So there are suits of plate armor, suits of ring mail, and I mean this is just like sifting through everything. But all of the armor appears to be worthless because of how heavily rusted it is. There are shields that are worthless.
Does I could yell back to the group, does mending fix rust?
Well,
I think we
go ahead.
didn't we talk about that last time? Like after we took care of the vampires, we thought mending could take care of that.
Yeah, but those were all like destroyed. These are just rusted. That's why I think it might be different.
I have a feeling that it's not.
There's a description of mending in the chat.
Yeah, it repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch, such as a broken chain link, two halves of a broken key, a torn cloak, or a leaking wineskin. As long as the break or tear is no larger than 1 foot in any dimension, you can mend it. These being marked as worthless in the book, I'm assuming that they are rusted beyond the repair.
Okay.
There are some weapons that are worthless, but others that are not. Let me just go down through the items here. Unless you're looking for something in particular, I'll just read everything. I know we're looking for like armor for Vasilka.
Yeah, I'm looking armor, weapons. If there's like mostly the weapons I'll look for is if they're like silvered weapons or
Okay.
like I can't really tell if it's magical, but
Well, the suits of armor are worthless. The armor and shields are worthless. There is a silver rapier, and it has a pink glass hilt. there are 30 holy symbols. 12 copper chalices with silver filigree. There are 8 war hammers and 6 war picks. Those are actually still pretty good. Excuse me. And
How many were there?
8 war hammers and
Okay.
6 war picks. There's also an obsidian scepter with gold filigree. And then everything else looks to be like art and coins and small items. There's like crystal balls, a gilded skull with red garnets in the eye sockets. And like I said, there's just piles of loose coins. Like there's 7,000 gold coins, and there are.
Can I just like grab roughly like 3,000 gold pieces? Just
Yeah, you can.
I'll do that. I'll grab the crystal ball too.
Okay, so there are 6 crystal balls.
I'll grab 3.
Okay. And you want to grab how many gold pieces?
I grabbed 3,000 gold pieces. I grabbed the 3 crystal balls, 3 war hammers, 3 war picks, the obsidian scepter, the silver rapier.
Okay. There are also 15 thin leather-bound tomes, and they're all signed copies of a storybook. You want to know what the storybook's called?
Jymbo grabs one.
Copy of the storybook is called Snow Dwarf and the Seven Whites. And they're done by Nitch Rackmay.
I love
Is there
this
any
story.
scrolls?
No scrolls, but there are statues of saints. There's 10 pieces of jewelry and stuff within a rotted chest. Empty bottles. There's a gilded chariot. There's a chariot there. Like right here. Let's see what else. There's a child-sized sarcophagus on this pile of stuff over here. Like I said, 30 holy symbols of various deities. But yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff just in this room.
How big are the crystal balls? Are they like bowling ball size, or
Yeah.
are they like fushigi balls?
They're bowling ball size. They are bowling ball size crystal balls.
Man, I was gonna
Yeah,
do
grab
David
3.
Bowie.
You get it. I mean, I don't see why you still couldn't. Yeah, there's plenty there.
I think I grabbed all the weapons.
Is anyone able to see if any of this stuff's magical?
Yeah, that would be a good thing to check.
I assume we all went into the room, right?
Eventually, yeah. I would have assumed so, because that's where Exithanter had led you.
Okay. I'm gonna just go and I move through the thing. Is that okay?
Yeah, you guys can move through it. I'm not gonna have you guys continue to do so. I was only gonna do so if the statue was still active, because then you would have to consciously move through and around to try to avoid the statue if it was still active. But now it's inert.
Well, hearing Jymbo say that, I'm just gonna put my hand up to my head, start shaking my head, and just say, Jymbo, I've done this countless times before. Yes. And I will just start ritual casting Detect Magic.
Okay. So, there's nothing magical in this room. At least not anymore. The statue was magical, but not now. Yeah, there's nothing magical in here. Even the crystal balls are not magical. They're just crystal balls. So they're basically bowling balls. They're bowling balls with no finger holes.
The obsidian scepter and the silver rapier, they weren't magical either.
They are not magical, but they are worth a lot.
Okay.
They are worth a lot.
Yeah. Are there any potions in here?
Negative. There are a number of empty bottles. Actually, there are 75 empty bottles. All in that pile over there.
I'll grab 5 empty bottles.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab one of the bowling balls.
Okay. All right.
You never know when you need a bowling ball.
Exactly. You guys also, please don't forget that you have like 2 like cow troughs in your bag of holding too.
Wait, we can make a bowling alley.
Yeah, you can. You can make the first bowling alley in Barovia.
Yeah, I wrote down 2 caltrophs. Parentheses, homemade toboggan.
Yeah.
Wait, so we could
And we
call
also-
it Barovia Brew and Bowl.
You could. But yes, there are loose gemstones. There's all different kinds of treasure, depending on how you guys want to go about that. But again,
I get so many gems.
Exithanter has like no need for any of this stuff. I don't rightly give a damn. I really don't.
Question, if I just start piling everything in the bag of holding, would it be able to carry it all or no?
No, it won't. It won't be able to carry it
Okay.
all. I'm thinking that before you get a fourth of the way through the room, you would hit capacity on your bag of holding.
Okay.
So like the few things that you've taken, it's not going to affect it, but before you would get a fourth of the way through the room, just between like the loose coins and junk, you'd be full.
Okay.
And that's being fair and generous too. Like, I'm not sure how much cubic footage is left in the bag of holding after all the stuff you guys have gathered already.
Yeah, I don't know either. That is a good question.
Well, like I said, that's just being fair about it. I'm assuming
Yeah.
that once you get so far through it that you're not gonna have enough. But anyways, the magical door is no longer magical because Exithanter used his password on it. There's nothing magical in the room. The rest of the party, are you guys coming through the fissure where the rest of them went? Because that's where the lich is leading you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, feel free to move yourselves, my friends. But the door's open, and he just kind of steps out.
Would the wooden horse fit in the bag of holding or no?
Oh
Or
yeah.
is that like
Well,
a
no, I would.
full regular size?
It's a regular sized wooden horse. You could fit it in there.
Yeah, I'll grab it just because why the hell not?
You said there were holy symbols in here.
Yep, 30 some.
Um,
I
I'm
grabbed
trying to-
all of them. So
Oh.
if you want some, you could take some. I don't care.
I just want to look for one that's got the the deity that they worship in Kresk.
The Morning
The
Lord.
Morning
Yeah.
Lord.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to look for one for the Morning Lord and have it on my person.
Okay. Yeah. There's one.
I will grab it out of the bag of holding then.
If this was a Telltale game, Sorin would remember that.
All right. Do you guys take anything else?
I got a question. Are Warhammer or War Pick better than Battle Axe?
I think a Warhammer is better than the Battle Axe. The War Pick, not so much. I'm pretty sure the Warhammer... the Warhammer is a versatile weapon, so you can use it two-handed. Yeah,
Then-
you can use it two-handed, so the Battle Axe.
Because I'll then go take the Battle Axe back from Rusty and give him one of the Warhammers that I didn't put in the bag of holding.
Okay. Actually,
Because-
looking at it, they do the same amount of damage. So either way, but I mean, Rusty would take a Warhammer. He wouldn't mind a Warhammer.
Yeah, because it's versatile, he could make it more damaging.
Can I gather up like 100 gold worth? And what else did you say was in that rotten chest or whatever containers there are?
Okay, the containers. So there is, again, there's the child-sized sarcophagus. That is one container. Another container, there is a rotted wooden chest. It is over here. I think the guys are standing on top of it, but it's over here somewhere. There's a rotted wooden chest. And there are vases and small like bowls that hold coins just scattered all around. So how much did you want to take?
Just 100 gold, roughly.
Okay.
And what is inside the chest again?
Inside the wooden chest, there are 10 pieces of jewelry and 500 gold pieces.
Can I like sort through them and look for a? It's going to be out of the blue, but it means something for Sorin. But a white diamond necklace, if that's possible.
You know, I will say so. So the amount of the jewelry is worth 250 gold.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you can find one.
Okay. I'm just gonna make something in my backpack and just add 100 gold. But that's all I wanted to take.
Okay, fair enough.
I will open the child-sized coffin and see what's in it.
Okay. It doesn't look. It's empty, but it's made of black wood inlaid with gold, and on the inside is a plush red velvet interior. It looks to be very expertly made and has not been weathered by the test of time.
Screw it, I'll take it.
Okay. It fits within the bag of holding.
Is there anything like in the one chest with the jewelry that catches like Vasilka's eye, or is there anything in the room that catches her eye?
Actually, there is a trunk, and I think Vasilka's actually standing. No, she's not standing next to it. It's actually over this way. There's a trunk with 6 fine dresses and gowns in it, and she's like picking them up and looking at them, but there's not one that she's holding on to more than the other, but she is just kind of like looking at them.
I'll make my way over to her.
Okay.
And I can even tell her, it's like, hey, you and Araza, if you want, Grimm can hold on to those, and if we ever need them for anything, you two can wear them.
Vasilka just kind of like looks up. She looks up as she's holding up a dress, and then she looks to Araza and kind of like wonders if that's something that she would want to do, is like go wear dresses together sometime when their lives aren't in danger.
I shake my head yes at her.
And then Vasilka's like, she grabs 3 dresses and then hands them like to Araza, and then takes 3 dresses herself, just indiscriminately. She doesn't pick one over the other. She just grabs some and then hands them to you, and then she just kind of like clutches them to her chest like, oh, this is nice. And she even says, ooh, this is nice.
Yes, they are very nice. Thank you. I'll add 3 dresses to my inventory.
Okay. And they are very finely made dresses. But yeah, if you guys aren't going to gather up anything else, then you can feel free to move on. Again, that's up to you. I could tell you more about what's in this room and whatnot, but unless there's something specific you were looking for, I can move you on. But like I said, you wouldn't be able to get everything in this room into the bag of holding.
I'll help Vasilka like fold up the dresses as best as I can. I mean, I remember, like, Warren remembers his sister like wearing dresses and stuff. It's like, I think this is how you fold it, and I'll put them in if Vasilka has like a bag or something.
Okay.
If she needs a bag, I have a bag inside of the bag of holding.
That's true, he does. So
Exception.
as long as it's not a magical bag within a magical bag, we have no problems. That's good. So yeah, so you can put those in there and storage taken care of.
Because Vasilka needs her own things.
Vasilka hugs you, Warren. And
I mean, Warren's a little taken aback just because it's so sudden. Like, Warren's been hugged. He has a sister, and he's got close buddies from home that do like the handshake hug transition. But like, he's just a little surprised, but he like gives her that nice like pat on the back, like what you do like when like a sibling like hug. Like, he doesn't want to go more into the hug.
Right.
Like, he's only following like her lead. Like, he doesn't want to like scare her or anything.
No. So as she's hugging you, you notice that she stares at your new bony arm.
Oh, I thought I changed my shirt. And
You did, but as she hugs you, she lifts up the sleeve and kind of like looks at it and tilts her head. And then she looks to her own stitched up arm. We're the same.
Well, I mean, you do have a point there. I mean, underneath all of, our muscle and skin and all that. We're all the same underneath.
We're all the same. And then she kind of takes that, and you can tell, like, again, if this is the Telltale game, Vasilka will remember that. So yeah. What do you guys do from there?
I guess we
I'm
keep
done in the
following him.
Yeah, follow the sort of friendly lich.
Oh no, don't get it twisted. We're not friends. I don't give a damn.
I said sort of.
I heard what you said, and I said what I said. All right, so you guys venture out into a deeper part of the temple. Upon leaving the vault, you enter into a larger hallway. 4 black marble columns. That would be these. 4 black marble columns. Support the vaulted ceiling of this temple. At the north end stands a 40-foot tall statue of a cowled figure in flowing robes. The statue's stony hands are outstretched as if in the midst of casting a spell. Face is a void of utter blackness. The ominous statue stands between 2 black marble balconies, one of which is partially collapsed and has fallen on the temple's marble floor. In front of an open doorway. The walls of the temple are sheathed in amber, and the doors leading from it are made of amber as well. Arched hallways coated with amber lead away from the temple to the east and west, and flanking these exits are alcoves that hold white marble statues of robed human wizards with pointed hats and golden staves. One of them is toppled over and lies shattered on the floor. Oh. Welcome back. You guys heard me, right? Or did Discord cut out?
Yeah, something cut out.
Okay. All right. So what do you guys do?
I'll ask the lynch which way is to the exit.
I mean, if you're just looking for the exit, just keep on going up those stairs and head straight out. Mind you, it's cold. But I thought you wanted to explore a little more. Well, maybe I was mistaken.
Above table, we did get some winter gear, correct? Before
Yes.
we went.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figure probably now's as good a time as any to like bundle up. Since the stairs are like right there.
Okay.
I'll ask the lynch. Do you know if there is armory in here, or do you not remember that?
I don't remember. You're asking me to remember so many things, young man. But I would assume that there was... I don't know how many raiders have come through here, or brigands, or bandits, and... I keep to myself in my study. Don't mess with me in my study, and I'm okay. But, surely something has to be left around here. You just have to look. There was a barracks in here and a guard room at one point, I know. Let's see. That's probably up towards the entryway. But beyond that, I don't know. You'd have to look around. I'm just here to unlock doors. I'm the key master, you see.
I would go with what he said, probably where the barracks are, and head over to that door and ask him to unlock that for me.
Okay, so as you move through here, I need to check something really quickly. All right, as you move through there, you, oh no. Okay, so I need you to make a charisma saving throw. Grimm.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a 6.
You get to about here, and you disappear.
Oh boy.
The rest of you see Grimm making his way to where the lich had indicated, and yeah, Grimm, you've been yep, you're gone. You no longer exist on this plane of existence.
Did I just get banished?
You did.
Wait, wouldn't that send me back to where I'm supposed to be?
Let's see. So, you send one creature that you can see within range. Okay. If you're native to the plane of existence, you banish them to a harmless demiplane. If they're from a different plane, it returns them to their home plane. For you, your home plane is not the material plane. Your home plane is some celestial plane because you're an Aasimar. But yeah, that's where you are. So... and you're psychically, like, for those of you who are psychically linked with,
that was done, with a short, with a long rest.
All that, okay. Well, just for the reference of everybody else, it's like normally you keep a link open with someone. Normally it's decided that you have a link with someone every now and again. But everyone else gets like this weird dial tone in their head. As Grimm blinks out of existence.
And we see this, right?
Stuck there.
You are stuck until the spell ends.
Did we just find another magic teleporter?
I asked the lich, like, hey, so, what kind of magic stuff is that?
I don't know. And then he like looks out and he's like, he's gone.
Yeah, we see that.
Oh,
well,
boy.
we don't see him now.
I don't see him now either.
Hey, Soren, you like messing with magic stuff without looking into it? You want to walk into it too?
Oh God.
Like, no.
I mean,
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
let me just see real quick.
There's a lot of things that could happen.
Yeah, because let me just see real quick. Okay, so 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, that's cool. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh dang. Okay, never mind.
'Cause, I mean, for all we know, it could be like another teleportation thing. I mean, that's what happened up at the Abbey.
Would I still have detect magic on?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to walk forward and just start. Anything picking up on magical things?
No. There's nothing innately magical that you are able to pick up a reading on. How far did you go? Right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
So, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Oh, why couldn't I have gone that one?
Dang.
And then I have to do some measuring. So, hold on. Oops.
Okay. Yeah. No, that won't work. Okay. That is a 17.
17. Okay, so you succeed, so you'll be taking half damage. So lightning shoots out from this statue, and it cracks out and it hits you. So I have to roll the full damage just in case. So also, Warren, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, and the Lich has to make a dexterity saving throw. And
Just from being back near the doorway? Sheesh.
oh yeah, so like here, like the lightning courses out, hits Sorin, and then comes your way from Sorin. And then it goes from you to the Lich, and then from the Lich into Vasilka, but it's not close enough to hit Araza. So I need a dexterity saving throw from you, Warren.
12.
Okay. The Lich is going to use his ability to succeed on a saving throw to avoid it. And Vasilka, oh, she succeeds too. Okay, so you got a 17, Soren. Is that what you got?
Correct.
Okay, so that meets.
Correct.
That meets, and then Warren, you failed. So, oh boy. Okay. So lightning courses out from the statue and collides with you, Soren. Half of 43 rounded down is we're just gonna go with 21. You take 21 points of lightning damage. However,
Can I use my reaction?
you to
Absorb element.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, cool. Oh, well, I don't know what that is. So, anyways.
Yeah, so lightning courses out, and then Warren, as the lightning jolts out of the statue to collide with Sorin, it collides with you. You failed, you take 43 points of lightning damage.
Oh.
I'm down.
And then he saved, and then Vasilka takes 21 points of lightning damage. So, from what you can see from the doorway, Jymbo and Araza, is that there's this crack of lightning. It bounces from one person to another person, and Warren, you're down, you said, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm down to 1 hit point.
You're down to 1 hit point or 0?
1.
Okay.
Uno.
That's very important that it did not go to 0. Yeah, so lightning courses out of the statue and strikes 3 targets. And the Lich is like, oh! And he kind of staggers back into this room, even though he took no damage. But what do the rest of you do?
I crawl back into the room as well.
Okay, go ahead and crawl into the room.
How long have I been gone for?
You've only been gone for 12 seconds.
Okay, good. Because if I'm gone for a minute, I'm not coming back.
Did I take... Does absorb elements have damage?
So absorb elements, what it does, it captures some of the energy, lessening the effect for you. So what it'll do is the first time you're hit with a melee attack, no, hold on. Strike that, reverse it. It absorbs some of the incoming energy, lessening the effect. You will then have resistance to that damage type until the start of your next turn. So that 6 that was rolled there, that's how much that you lessened it by. So the 21 points of damage, you lessened it by 6.
Okay. 15?
Yes. And then the first time that you hit with a melee attack on your turn, that will take whatever kind of creature it is or whatever you attack with on your next turn with a melee attack will do lightning damage, since you've taken lightning damage. So anyway, what do the rest of you do? Araza, you see Warren, who had walked out of the room rather confidently with the Lich and Sorin and Grimm, and then now he's dragging himself back in, like kind of like a smoldering, almost a smoldering husk.
I run over to Warren, crouch down, and go, "What did you give up this time?"
Sorin walked.
You gave up
near a
Sorin?
pillar. No, I wish I did. But no, he walked. Grimm's gone.
Wait,
You-
Grimm's dead?
Wait,
He disappeared. He walked into the middle of the room and he disappeared, and Sorin went to check it out. That big statue that's just outside of the room hit him, and it bounced off of His Highness, and then it bounced off me, and I think it arched into here somewhere. I think somebody got hit in here.
Yeah, and Vasilka, she's kind of like nursing her arms, and you can see the electricity's like kind of like coursing off of like some of the stitches and staples that are holding her together, and she's just kind of like twitching a little bit, and yeah, so something jolted out of that statue. That much you're certain of.
I really, really, really need to sit down.
yeah, definitely take a break. You
I want to go to bed.
need some healing?
Oh, I need more than just some. I need the whole kit and caboodle.
Okay.
All right, Grimm.
I'm gonna
It's been
do
30. It's been 30 seconds, Grimm.
I'm gonna do a full medicine check just to make sure Warren didn't give up any other body part.
Go ahead and make a medicine check. What I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to put us in turn-based mode after your medicine check because, as per this particular spell, if a full minute passes, Grimm's gone.
With the
Oh.
bag of holding.
So that's a 16 for my medicine check.
Okay. He has just suffered severe electrical damage. He's not missing any limbs other than the one that he gave up.
Okay, good. Roz is gonna ask out loud. So somebody tell me why Grimm disappeared? Anybody?
I just look to Sorin and the Lich because they're the most magically smart people. Like they would know this.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have you guys go into initiatives. I'm gonna have you guys roll initiative for me. Because like I said, we have to enter turn-based mode because this spell has a timer. And unfortunately, if the spell isn't broken or anything like that, Grimm is gone. Really, Grimm's been banished. But I'll also have Grimm roll initiative here too. So that way, if the spell gets broken, he can hop back in. So so Warren.
I think I go first.
So Grimm, what's your initiative?
23.
Okay. Sorin?
23.
Okay. Jymbo's at a 15. And Araza, what's yours?
13.
Okay. So, I think Grimm has the higher dex between Sorin and Grimm.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got +4.
Okay. So, 30 seconds is going to be the start of it. But what we're going to do, I think we're going to end there for the night. And we will resume next time to see just how much of a doomsday clock we can count down to see if a party member remains.
Do you want to just have the initiative written down so we know that?
I've got it saved in a document over here.
Okay.
I've got 30 seconds, doomsday clock, and then everyone in initiative.
Well, I have 30 seconds to live.
You basically have 5 rounds. You have 5 rounds to hopefully they figure something out. So, in any case, that's tonight's session, everyone. I want to thank my players. Things got kind of dicey a couple times, but that is the Amber Temple. For those of you who've never experienced it before, it's not kind, it's not forgiving. It's actually one of the more dangerous portions of the campaign. So that being said, players, I understand it's really late for a lot of us, so if you have to go, I understand, but I want to thank you all so much for tonight. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I know it was a lot of there's a lot of things that were going on, a lot of moving pieces, but you accomplished one task and now you're on with another. So what we're gonna do, I'll let my players do what they need to do in the call, and then I'll get us rated out. So players, do you have anything, any questions, comments, concerns right now?
Thank you, chat. Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Yeah, thank you.
Alrighty, guys. So we're going to. I'm going to go ahead and mute the Discord. And. All right. So once more, I want to thank you guys so much for the for dropping by. Survivalist Gaming, thank you so much for the raid. Pepper, again, thank you for the follow. McMorgan, thank you for the raid. Rusty, thank you for the raid. You guys are phenomenal, fantastic, and thank you so much for sharing your communities here with us. We enjoy having so many people here, and I wish that I could be more interactive when you guys pop in. I get stuck in DM mode, and I'm not able to fully interact with you guys. But hopefully, we can see you all around here again soon. We're gonna find somebody to raid into. I think. Let's see, who are we gonna go to? Who do we got? Where are we going? Who do we got? Where are we going? Let's see. If anyone has any suggestions, feel free. Ooh, hold on. Let's see, Ava is streaming. They are doing D&D as well. But I think since we're talking about vampires and stuff like that, and we're hanging out with vampires and other such things, we're gonna drop in on Folk and Myth. They're doing Vampire the Masquerade Montreal, which sounds really cool. And I think it's cool, so we're going to go hang out. So we're going to go with a good old-fashioned Viking raid. Friends, if you don't have my emote, choose whatever emote you have. Just be polite, read the room, and as always, please be polite to the streamer we're about to drop in on. They might be in the middle of something and may not be able to respond to us right away. I'm sure they'll get to us if they can when they can. If you like the streamer's content, please give them a follow. If you really like the content, give them a subscribe. You're not required to do either, but do remember, a follow is free. So let's raid into Folk and Myth. All right, guys. We will be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be playing some games that kind of change up the TTRPG stuff this week. So in the meantime, stay safe, eat well, stay hydrated. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Fog rolls